settings. Let me get out of here. Mess around and mute myself. Okay, I'm back.
Truth
Man,
be told,
truth be told,
us live.
we were
Truth
talking
be
about
told.
how a man with money or a man working at regular job doesn't get used by women, or vice versa. How women could get used by these men out here. So, what do you think are signs of a vampire, uh, um, a monetary vampire? What would you say?
I would say it's survival. Like, ain't nobody gonna be using you for your money or using you for vagina unless it's survival. See what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Like, I think it's like equal things. Like, unless y'all balancing it out, like nobody should be using nobody for nothing. Like, I, I think that in relationships, and I don't know how uh 50-50 is considered like when it comes to relationships, money, and sex, and all of that kind of stuff. Like, I just think like everybody should be in it together. But then we have that argument where sprinkle sprinkle is concerned that um, if you don't, even if you don't like this man, you don't have no interest in this man at all. I'm gonna tell you how to get some money up out of it. And see,
I
that's
think
where the trouble comes in.
I think it's wrong to use anybody because wherever you sow, you reap. Whatever you put out, will come back to you, right? So the same way that you're doing to this person, man or woman, it comes back to you. So for you to do something like that, just know you'll get yours one way or another.
Will you though?
Really,
There was 400 years of something that happened at one particular time, and the people who put another particular people through that kind of stuff, they still living good.
no, they're not. Their kids are dying every day, overdosing on drugs, even though they lived a high life.
But even then, there's still a lot of them living,
Yeah,
more
but
living than them
they're
dying.
not happy. They are not happy a lot. They are scared. They worry. They worry somebody gonna come take their money.
And that's a good point. Imagine you being mad at your ex because of how they treated you, but your ex is living good, but you still tripping on what the fuck they did.
I think you
You know
need
what
to
I'm saying?
heal. I think there are too
That's
many
fucked
people.
up.
I think there are too many people out here who's broken and need to learn how to heal from things, and let things go. Because
But
if you
how easy is that?
It's not
How
easy
how
at all.
how easy is it for you to do?
process, it may take
I
years.
know what you're saying, but how easy has it been for you to
It
do?
hasn't been easy, but little by little,
Have you
as you
let
go.
shit go? That's the question.
You have to
Or
start with
do you?
yourself. You have to tell
But do
yourself.
you? No, I'm saying to practice. You gotta practice what you preach. Have you been able to let go of the shit that hurt you?
Yeah, you just don't think about it. After a while, it goes away,
So
and then when
you've
you
let it
think,
go totally. It doesn't affect you today. Nothing.
it doesn't. Things like
Okay.
10 years ago, 15 years ago, no, I'm not worried about that. You know why? Because I'm somewhere
Yeah.
else in my life. You got to realize listen, this is what I learned from an older man. He told me
I just want you to be honest. Like, if we're gonna be honest on here, though, I just want everybody to be
things
100%
that
honest. Like, we're not
relationship
creating.
wise,
I don't want us. Listen, 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 listen.
hmm
I don't want us to create facades. We're not gonna act like macho men or macho women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want nobody put my shit on Front Street. No, I ain't gonna put nobody else on Front Street. But what I do want everybody to do is to be honest, though, to the best of your ability, to be
got you.
honest.
Now,
And
things
I
that
know that as a human, let's say I don't even know you. As a human, I know some of us, we ain't letting a lot of stuff go. Let that ex person come back and say, "Hey, I want another chance." If you really let
Hell
it go,
no.
if you really let it go, that slate is wiped clean, like they ain't never did nothing.
Nah, bro. No.
I mean, the whole thing about this is, I would say, as far as relationship, I feel like in the past is the past. Where I'm at right now is what I'm dealing with right now. as far as like things, as far as people close to me, like mother, cousin, my family still does. I still hold that against them, even though I'm trying to work through it. Perfect example: my mom came in town, and she hadn't been back in Naptown for 35 years. I thought, oh, we gonna
Believe. Let me stop you real quick, bro, and I want you to finish if you want to finish. When
yeah,
we open up the door on conversations here, you are opened up forever.
and then I'll be open
So
up forever.
if I
Yeah.
opened up a situation about an ex-girlfriend or something, it's fair game. I won't. I can never open up the conversation and say, "Well, Carlton, remember about your mama, or remember when you was messing with that girl." So this is what I'm saying. This is what I was saying all the way up until now. Let's just be
Oh, I
honest
got
about
you.
everything.
But yeah, but what I'm gonna
But
keep
once
it
you
real.
open up that door, you are opening it up for the fans, for anybody watching it, to talk about your mama, and you can't really feel a certain kind of way about it.
Well,
So
I'm gonna
just
say this.
think about what you're saying. Go ahead.
It's
I gave everybody the disclaimer, right?
okay. So
Don't
it's
talk
not.
about Andre. Don't talk about
No,
Drizzy.
it's
Don't
not
talk
you,
about
bro.
anything. No, I'm
It's
just saying though. Don't say anything about me and my past unless I bring it up, and
got
I
you.
won't do that
Move.
to anybody else.
It's like
So
Fight Club. Don't
go
talk.
ahead if you want to talk about your mama.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead, son.
So I would say my relationship with my mom has not been the best at all, and to this day, that still hurts me. It reminds me of this is why I don't deal with her on that level because I always feel empty.
So what happened though? She came into town. You were saying she
She
came
came
into
into
town,
town. I was just supposed
and
to,
what?
hang out, chill with her, really talk. But every time I did, people, certain family members, I ain't putting their names out there. It seemed like they would limit my time with her, or limit like the time I talked with her. Or the last
Why
thing
don't
that,
you just pull her away and say, "Come on, mama, we about to go over here to Taco Ringo or
Mm-hmm.
something."
you know, I didn't really, you know what I mean. I wasn't thinking about that. I was
Is
just
she
like,
still here?
no, she's gone. She left. I just felt like everybody had time with her and didn't appreciate the time. And they were complaining about, oh, I had to watch our mom, the person that gave you life or whatever. But yeah, it's so much. But why would you even ask her to come out here when you knew the situation? And I would have, and if I've been in a better situation, I would have opened up my place and would have looked out more for her. And now I'm just feeling a certain type of way because that's my mother. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I really feel a certain way about that. Like, I'm just done with the situation. Really ready at 39 to be done. Washed up.
But you did have the opportunity to say, "Mama, let's
Yeah, I
go over here
did,
to
but
La Hacienda
I didn't want. I
and
tried to show growth.
let's get 30 minutes together. It's gonna spend me $30 for us to get a taco platter apiece."
Hmm. Yeah, I
Why you
wasn't
didn't
even
do that?
thinking on that level. I was just thinking on, you know what? When I get mad, you know how I am, Dre. I
I don't
just get
know how
mad.
you are. I'm just saying, man.
Oh, well,
You
you
had
know,
the opportunity
yeah,
to do
I
something
did,
more
but I
with
wasn't
her.
thinking like that. I was just upset at the time. When I get upset, I get done with the situation. I don't want to deal with it, and I'm done. That's just how
But
I
is
feel.
that okay?
It's not okay.
So if
But
it's not okay, then whose job is it to correct that?
my
Mm-hmm.
job, my job into voicing, because I'm the type of person I get upset and I don't deal with nobody. I just keep away. That's been my way for
But
years. You know. But
the
is it
people that we love gonna die one day, bro. We all
right?
know that.
Right? Can
A
I?
grudge
Oh,
is not a good thing to hold.
let
Not
me
at
ask you
all.
this: was you upset with your mama, or was you upset with your siblings, or whoever put her out here? Because you start talking about your mama, and then you said something else.
Both. I'm upset with them because they're like, oh, you can't have an argument with mom, and you can't cause no issues. I'm
So was
like,
you trying to argue with her?
I wasn't trying to argue, but did want to sit down and talk about the things that bother me, so we can have a going for a healthy relationship and never bring it up again. But I never felt like I had the opportunity because there were too many people around controlling the
Was
situation.
was it the right moment for her to talk about it as well?
Yeah, she's 35 years. She hadn't been seeing me in person. Come on now, you have to hit those in order to have a real thing. To me, I felt like it was a facade almost and limited time. And then there was like what a barbecue, and I didn't even know they called me or anything until I saw late at nighttime, and they told me, well, it was in the chat. I was not even in the chat, so it's like,
Now, whose problem is that part? That's like
Right.
me calling you
Yeah,
about
why
something.
wasn't you in the chat?
Whose issue is that?
what? They did
Whose issue?
text me on Facebook, but it's like, okay, I could take accountability. I wasn't looking at Facebook because I could.
Okay, you got to count it out. We ain't gonna hear nothing else. They ain't not to blame for you not paying attention to
Yeah.
some text.
Yeah, I didn't,
That
but
they
when
could
I
have
did
called
see
you
it,
too, but you don't
they
answer your
called
phone.
me because it's funny how people could blow you up about money,
But
right?
you don't answer the phone too,
You
though,
owe
right?
somebody money, they be blowing you up tens of thousands of
But do
times.
you answer the phone when people
Yes,
call you?
sometimes
I
not.
call you, bro, and you don't answer the phone.
You gotta be
Yeah,
real.
nah, I
Gotta be
don't.
real with yourself.
Man, no, I don't. I be knocked
You
out, or my phone
tripping,
be
man.
far away from me. Like
Even
seriously,
if you're not knocked out, you told me sometimes you just
Okay,
want to watch a movie,
Clay. Yeah, I get that straight number.
right?
right?
Don't put that on them. You got your own. We are accountable for some of the stuff that we go through, bro. And as
Mm-hmm.
grown people, we can't say, "Well, Mama and them did this in the '80s." Nigga, the
Mm-hmm.
Right.
'80s is gone.
No, this happened like a week. This past week. This ain't 80. This is like
But I'm
2020.
saying though, right now you are in control of everything.
Yeah, like I just watched right now. I just feel like I realize some things never change, and when things don't change, you have to change
But
yourself. And,
it ain't got nothing to. You can't act like the same person that you was when you was 12 years old. You can't
right,
be the
and it's
same
not, and that,
8-year-old. Now
and
you have control. And now you can pull mom to the side and say, "Hey, mom, I want to hear your side of the story." You
right.
see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Now, it don't even matter about nobody else because guess what? I was just talking to Doug about this earlier. Like me and my cousin could be watching the same movie at the same time, and we having different experiences. So your sister's experience with your mom and how they feel about it is not the way that you feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got to address the things according to how you feel about things. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, mom, I want to know because I went through this and I went through that. I am lost in my identity because I don't know who. Okay, before I go in there, I just said some shit. Carlton, will you please address the elephant in the room just now? What is your ethnic makeup?
From my father's side, I'm mostly black, but we have a great grandmother who is
But we're
Shanti.
not gonna say we're not talking about. We're talking about if white people was asking this particular question.
White
What is your
people,
makeup? What's your makeup, bro?
yo, from
Black and Mexican, right?
a Mexican
Black. What
indigenous.
do you say? What do you say? What do you? What is the name that you say?
I say
Blaxican, ain't
Chicano.
that right?
Yeah, no, that's the English name. In Spanish, it's Chicano Moreno Indígena.
But what do we? We're not Mexican. So what do we say?
I'm trying to tell you, even if I
I. But
classify
man, we.
a
Come on,
Chicano
man.
indigenous,
Come on, man.
because
Come
I
on.
recognize and my family
I understand what
recognizes
you. I understand what you're doing, bro. But
like
I'm asking you a particular question to simplify it for
you can't
people who are
simplify it.
not in that community that
So
you're.
I understand how you want white people, but you cannot stoop to white
I'm
people.
asking you to break it down. I asked you in a text message one time. Remember that text message I sent you?
And what did I tell you? I
You
told
said
you
it's Blaxican.
Blaxican is the English name, but I don't always describe
We
myself in that.
didn't go through all that other stuff that you're saying. I asked you, what do you call
But
yourself?
I also put Chicano Moreno.
Bro,
You
I asked
can
So
you a
he
put
black and
particular.
Mexican.
Yes,
Mexican
black and
American.
Mexican. And he's
Oh.
trying to make it hard, and I don't want to even argue about the
But within that, I
semantics.
come from indigenous people.
But
Most,
we not on that kind of channel right now.
yeah, I understand it. But you said, how do you
So
identify
I'm
yourself?
asking you, what are you? Your mother is Mexican, and
Indigenous,
your father is identified as what?
black.
Okay, then. So that's we had to argue. We just spent seconds on nothing. So to say that, to get back to the topic, is that Mom, I'm lost in the sauce right now. You know what I mean? I had to figure it all out myself.
Why
And
do you
it's the,
say
you
what?
still got, but you still got time though. Here's the biggest thing.
How am I lost in the sauce? Explain that. How am I lost? When I know both sides, when I know
You
a
have to
part of
figure
you,
out everything for yourself,
people
right?
told me who I was a long
And
time ago.
but I'm saying to you though, bro, it's on some real shit. You had to figure out everything for yourself. Am I right or am I wrong?
Not really. When you
Did
come from
you
as far as
you
identity,
went
no,
from being a little kid? Did you know how to speak Spanish fluently?
you don't know. You taught that
I'm asking you, did you learn it how to speak Spanish fluently from your Spanish parent?
from a Mexican parent. Let's separate that. You're
Come
from a
on, man. Stop with the semantics, man. Man, stop doing that. You know what I'm saying.
no, but when you say Spanish, Spanish is
Carlton, bro, you know what I'm saying, man. No,
you
let's
did.
not do
Did
that.
I learned that from
I just
my
want to have a
radio.
fluent conversation with you, man.
For I'm because
I
you
just
said
want to have a fluent conversation, man. Come on. Let's have a fluent conversation because you know what I'm saying.
Let's
but
not
you're
get
saying things
aggressive.
that you have to redefine when you say these things.
Your Mexican mother, did you know that stuff from your Mexican mother? That's what I'm asking you.
I learned it from her. I learned it from my grandmother. Then when I got older, I took it in
So
school.
your mother left when you was how old?
She left. No, when I was sent here from my father, I was
Well, then how old was you?
7.
7. So what when you was in your teenage years, was you fluent in Spanish?
Yeah, I became fluent in Spanish by
I
taking it.
said when you was that age. I ain't talking
Yeah,
about when you was 20, 30 years old. At
no,
that
I'm saying you don't
particular
know. No,
time
no.
when you're
I started.
fluent.
I started when I was like in 8th grade, right? And then I would call my grandmother in Arizona, and she would help me learn more things. And then on top of that, I would listen to the Spanish station.
Okay, man.
Listen.
You're not you battling me over silly shit because we was getting to a point of healing situation and we done turned it into an argument over some shit that don't even matter.
I'm telling you how I became fluent. That's what I was saying. What I'm saying is
This
this.
is all right. Let's bring.
What happened?
That's what I was finna ask. His microphone go off.
I don't think I hear Andre.
I don't
Hey,
hear Andre or Carlton.
nope.
Hello.
Now there go Carlton.
Andre,
Andre was talking. His microphone just went off.
probably
Maybe
his
you took a
computer
break.
cut off. Maybe the computer cut off.
Probably.
Andre,
So, so Carlton, I guess you keep up with your story.
yeah.
Okay. So since I'm gonna keep up with my story or whatever, what I was saying was, I learned it from my grandmother. I learned it from my mom. I used my
I
grandmother.
can't be on this phone doing this because my phone had cut off or something in the midst. I was going ham, but I'm back though. Like,
Okay. So
but
maybe
just to say, and it was probably a reason. But what I was saying was there are Black Americans, there are Black Americans mixed with Chinese and Hawaiian, or white people mixed with Chinese, or interracial people all around, and they all are mixed in the sauce because you're not accepted by one side of your family, and the other side of your family might not accept you either. And even if your both sides of your family accept you, when you go out into the world, it
that's
is
where I come in.
you're dealing with the other aspect of that. So I'm not trying to battle with that because I don't live that.
Right.
But it just goes to what I was asking you initially. Like we got on mom and we got on this, but
Mm.
my whole thing is mom was here. The conversation that you could have with mom was, well, mom, when you sent me to my dad, let me go off of what you say. When you sent me to my dad, I was lost in the South still. I can be real and say when I met Carlton, Carlton was lost in the South. When did you start having your real black friends?
What you say?
When did you really start having your real black friends?
My real black face.
Black friends. I didn't say black face.
I always had black friends. Even when I lived in Arizona, I always had
But
black
when did you start like enjoying yourself?
friends. Enjoying myself. Well, it's people who I
When
can
you
trust.
met RTR Jizzy. I'm just
Yeah,
playing. We
oh
ain't
yeah.
even
I
talking
mean,
about that.
oh yeah, that
I'm
was
just
the
saying,
best
like,
years of my life.
I'm
Like
just
I
saying,
met
like, come on,
like
man.
in my
I
30s,
know. I already know. I
bro.
already know. But we the
That's
issue is the
that.
issue is though, let's go from here. Sometimes we have issues with our parents that we take into other relationships. So I'm not a psychologist or none of that, but I do believe that when people have mom issues or dad issues, somehow that manifests itself in our relationships. So this is where the real conversation is about to start. How about that?
Yep, I think this is perfect because I'm gonna keep be open too. Like I started trying to find somebody that reminded me of my mother. Like like certain aspects you can't find 100%, but you want something that envisions your mother one way or another. Most men
You
do.
think so?
I know so.
Doug,
At
what you
least
think? Did you try to find your mom and your girlfriends? Your
No, I
wife?
didn't want. I didn't even want to look at my girlfriends like being my mama.
Some
not
qualities that
being
she
some
have.
quality like long hair, pretty eyes. Like I would go for light skinned women because my mom's Mexican. I mean, that's what I'm attracted to, but not to sit
So
to
I can
just
understand what you're saying. Like my mom is light skinned, right? People didn't even think she was my mom. They thought she was more like my girlfriend or something. Um,
Hmm.
so she's young. She's young. I was 16. I had an ex was like, "Who was you with at the mall?" Bitch, ain't you my ex? Like, what you? Why you even? Like, you ghosted me. You ghosted me for a motherfucker until you saw me with my mama in the mall. Now you want to know who
I
I was
know she
with?
felt stupid.
But I told her my mom shouldn't told her nothing.
Mhm,
Like, I wasn't good enough for you to keep in contact.
Hmm.
mhm.
But I won't say that. I mean, like Doug would say, Doug would be like, "Well, Andre, you do like Maya." Some people be like,
I
"You
think
do like
everybody
woo
love
woo woo."
everybody. Remember that broom
I don't.
video?
I don't
But
think you like Maya. I think you're in love with Maya.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I feel bad what happened to her
I'm
according to.
not even. I'm not even going to go into any of that stuff. But I would say
Yeah.
that like I never really like dated a particular type. You know what I'm saying? It was
Oh,
never a particular type for me.
so
But
you don't
yeah,
have no type.
if I would have got a particular thing, maybe you know what I'm saying. But like for me, it's always been about personality.
Hmm.
Oh,
Like if I gave somebody the opportunity, like banging somebody, having sex with somebody is something different. But when you let somebody get close to you, like I think that for me, it's been about personality. But
Yeah.
like super ratchets, ain't no super ratchets ever got close to me ever.
Yeah, she got that personality, that little ghetto mentality. That's horrible. I hate
Yeah.
that ghetto mentality.
hmm.
Oh, let me just in case. Let me. I forgot to drop the thing in the chat. I
And
don't
stop.
even
It's not recording us.
know. I want to drop the post the link in the chat.
But it's recording though. You can see it say live.
Yeah, that's why I saw it live, so it's not stopping. Man, this is man. I swear, this video we're gonna get like 5,000 hits, bare minimum watch.
We don't know yet.
Well,
Not
well,
yet,
we'll
bro.
see. We'll see.
Right now, we ain't got the pictures of me.
Oh, I got you.
Monica got a blank thing. I tell her, hey,
You gotta pick
Yours is
put
there.
a
put
nice
this
Hey,
picture
picture
like I
on.
did.
hey,
I
but
can't use one.
Carlton got a Gucci bag on his.
Or we
I
can meet
know,
up and just have a group one.
bro. We're not doing that yet. We gotta
Oh,
be at a rent. We gotta be at a rent out something, and
I know.
then
I'm thinking
invite
ahead. I'm
people
putting
that
it
can
with the
be.
cart before the horse.
You thinking too ahead?
Yo, I'm gonna have coffee mugs, t-shirts, no,
Some merch.
Okay,
some
okay.
merch. So making videos, like seriously, like we could do a
But
lot with this.
it ain't there yet.
I got you.
But you talk about making videos like seriously though, but you gotta be available.
That's
Gotta
true.
be available.
Yeah, that is true. Cause if y'all are gonna shoot a video, I gotta be there at that time and just collaborate. That's all. I'll be there and stuff. But you know what?
It
Hey,
might seem like I'm about to step off real quick, but I'm about
hello,
I think he
Andre.
said he finna step
He
off.
said it, yeah, he said it might look like he finna step off, then I heard a noise, so I guess he out
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, hey, who's gonna continue talking? Gotta keep it rolling, so keep people interested.
What was we talking about? What
We
was
was
the
talking
question?
about the type of people that do you choose. Like for you, would you choose somebody to remind you of your father aspect, like his hair, how he's built, somebody strong, treat you right, or do you go off of what you want at that time being? Like, how old are you, man? If I can ask you.
I'm 21.
Oh, okay. So would you date
He said
somebody?
he said, ma'am.
I didn't know how old you was. It. I'll respect. I'll be respectful of women.
She do
I'm
sound
9, but
like
I'm
she do
21.
sound more
That's cool.
uh
I'm 9. But I'm 21. If you know what I'm saying. He said I don't know what I'm saying. But no, I can't take because I really didn't grow up around my father like that. So
Oh, what
I
about your uncle or something like that?
nah, they
Positive male
drug
figures.
dealers. Drug dealers, no.
Oh, you have any positive male figures that in your
Mm,
lifelong?
all right.
nah.
I'm back.
I've
I
been
had to
growing up trying to figure that out.
figure what I missed.
He said, "Do I look for a man from like a positive male figure in my life?" And I said I haven't really grew up with one, so I spent my adulthood trying to build my perfect guy, what I want, the type of guy that I want, and I'm
From
still
scratch.
figuring it out. So,
From scratch.
I got you.
mm-hmm. Yep.
What have you looked? Did you look up like the type of man you would want? Do you have an ideal, or are you still trying to figure that out by
Just
just?
ask her what kind of man does she want?
Yeah. What's the aspect that you would
What are the
want?
qualities?
What are the qualities? What do you think consists makes the man that you want?
What do you think of a female? What do you think of a what would be a good
You
female
ask
for you?
Oh,
you
you asking
answering
me
the
or
question
Andre?
with a
Yes,
question.
because y'all put me on
Okay,
the
But
to
spot.
me, hey,
no, Carter, no, 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 no. You
Ah,
asked
ha, ha,
her
ha,
a
ha.
specific
her number
question,
one
bro.
quality, she got to cook. She got to know how to cook.
Carlton, you losing. You asked her a question.
Oh, my bad.
She can't answer the question with a question, bro. She got to answer the question.
Why you have to run everything?
It's because this is it's the flow. I don't know the terminology, but this is just the flow of everything. Like he asked you
Well,
a question.
I guess he's
You can
hosting.
say you can say I don't want to answer that.
Yeah, so you putting me on the spot. Let him answer it, and then I can get my answer. Because,
Well
like I said
then this
before, I'm still trying to figure that out.
but
But through
it could be like
experience,
but it
I
could be
would.
like, well, since you said something that I might like whatever you just said or whatever I might say might disqualify me from what you saying. So I'm not like not saying that you running down those lines, but I'm just saying like if it was me, then we both not about to answer this question. Like
Mm,
because I ask you a question, I need to know the answer to before I give you mine. Like this ain't tit for tat, and if it is tit for tat, then it can't be tat for tit because I went first.
it ain't that on you thinking that way because he was willing to answer. You
Right.
wasting time
He
too
was willing
talking
to
about
answer,
that.
but what I'm saying is he was willing to answer, but that there is a reason and there's a problem why he was willing to answer.
But I said my reason why mine's not valid.
No, you was valid on everything you said, but he should have still maintained his control of the conversation and said, "I asked you the question first."
Yeah, kind of.
But he
Yeah.
was willing to relinquish you to you. So that's what I'm saying. Like we gotta be ready for all of this. Like you motherfuckers gonna be eating everybody up in the future if we stay on course.
So you're saying people, so you want people to come on here and eat us up over questions?
No, no. You gonna get ate up. I don't want nobody to do nothing.
What? But don't you have control over the microphones?
I got control over the microphone, but the chat
It's
is
about the
open.
audience that come in because they gonna be talking a lot of mess.
The
But
chat
that's
gonna be
Mhm.
open.
if that's controversy. I mean, if that's what you, this type of
Bro,
spirit.
the chat is gonna be open, bro, and it don't matter. The whole thing is,
Yeah, I
what
mean, you
is
gotta let
what
people
are
be people,
you? The part of you. What are you? You creating yourself right now,
right?
right? So the perception of who you are and what you putting off in the world is what
Mm,
everybody gonna perceive right now. Whether you a
right.
bitch ass nigga, whether you a hoe, a whore, punk ass nigga,
What
simp,
Why's it got to be
all of
ratchet?
that,
understanding? Why can't it be
Yeah, like
all of
like
understanding?
that,
this is so lower vibration type of people that we're dealing. If you want
it
that, like,
don't, but it
what
don't
about
even
the
matter.
smart,
It don't,
intelligent,
but it don't
strong
matter
people?
what you, but it don't matter what you're saying
But
because we live in a world where they can make up rumors about you and it's true on the
but
internet.
it's not true if people. I will always say, is that really true? Because we do know AI exists. We know people lie. We know
But
that.
we ain't talking about
But
AI
there's
before
you though,
AI
where
even existed.
people go look at it and listen to whatever they think is real, and then they will see it on the
Exactly.
internet. They gonna be like, "Oh, that's true. It's on the internet."
And if it come out your mouth, what the fuck do AI got to do with anything? If it come out your mouth, we ain't got AI on here. Ain't nobody making
Saying you
crosses say
said
the
on
thing.
the internet, you opened that broad up. You said
But
on the
I'm
internet.
asking, I'm saying, ain't nobody. Whatever you say right here, if you come off as a simp to what they call the high value men or the masculine men, and you come off as something other than that, off of what you said, you got to decide if you're really ready for this game. Because no
But
matter
that's
what the
his
fuck,
personality. Like,
I mean,
but
you
no
can't.
matter what it is, people
Andre, you
gonna
got to
come after
choose.
you for
You either you're gonna be real, who you're gonna be, or you're gonna create a facade. And you say you
it. I'm
want us
just
to be
saying,
real.
you
I'm
can't
just
be
be
asking,
real,
which one
Andre.
do you
be
want? Do you want
real.
us a facade, or do you want us to be real?
I want you to
You
be
can't be
real, but you still got to be conscious of what you say.
right, but you
So
can't be anything.
I was just watching something on another channel where I won't say because I don't want people to run to it if they do watch this eventually. But they was talking about the sexual age of consent, and the dude was saying, "Well, if she 18, you know what I mean? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?" And they was talking about the different categories in different states, and in Indiana, the age of consent is 16 years old.
Mm. Yeah, but
But
they still could
some of
rush
the
you. They,
panelists, they can still what?
they could still get you if the parents
Get
press
who
the
for
issue.
what? The
The
parents
18.
can't do. We just said age of consent, bro. Do you know what consent means?
Yeah, they could
You know
legally
how the
say,
parents gonna get you? They gonna whoop your ass, okay? But as far as the law is concerned, nigga, age of consent is you ain't going to jail for it at 16 in Indiana.
16.
There's nothing you can argue with me about that.
but
The only thing you
would
can
any
do
of
is
y'all
fight
men really
him
take advantage
or
of that
beat him up.
situation?
You said what?
I wouldn't even trust that. Like,
You wouldn't trust what?
the state
Law?
of Indiana. Yeah, just because it's the law don't mean that
It's
they.
law. It's law. Unless they can tell her to say it was not consensual.
All right, it was right.
Psh,
Great.
if they
Great.
trying
You
to
know what I'm
get
saying?
you, it'd be
It
surprised
was
what
great.
they change up the situation.
They don't, bro. This been on the law since I was 20 something years old.
That
I
doesn't
told
make
y'all the story. I told y'all the story of how when I was first, I was 18 years old when I first got hired down there at the state house, House of
Mhm.
Representatives. And a particular person who had been there working for years was telling me, you see these pages coming in, pages are like high school students who are like shadowing or like not intern, because intern is a different word. But they come in from the schools. And he was like, "You see them?" He said, "You can woo 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 woo." I said, "What?" I'm thinking I'm like 18 for one, 19, and my whole mind mentality is like this Caucasian person is tripping.
Hmm.
But he said you can look it up, and I went and looked it up in the state library, and
let
the
me
age of
let,
consent at the I haven't finished. The age of consent then was 16, and if you Google it right now, the age of consent is 16. And it don't matter if somebody, mama or their daddy, get mad at you. You're not going to jail. You might go to you might go to the grave. You might go to the hospital,
yeah.
but you're not going to jail unless they convince her to tell a different story. You know what I'm
And
saying? And that was one of the thing that I was watching. Get back on topic where they went from saying, well, they got women teachers that been sleeping with guys, or you got the stud gym teachers who've been sleeping with the girls on the basketball team, and don't nobody ever say nothing.
that's true. But
You got,
at at the same time,
but
doesn't make it
as
right.
far as the age of consent, we're not talking about right though.
But I am.
We
I'm gonna
talking
go ahead.
about but we said law. We talking about law at first.
But let me ask you
So
that.
we can
How would you
pivot to is
feel?
it right?
How would you feel
I
if that
asked
was your woman?
No.
but I asked you that earlier on the conversation. Or was I talking to Doug? I don't know. Which one of
No,
y'all
I
was
wouldn't
talking
go
to
for
now?
that, and I would not like. I wouldn't check this out. When I was like 18,
So
like
if you was 17 and a badass, super fine, fit teacher was like, let me bring you in this, come on this coat, the cloak closet, and then she pulled your pants down and she was trying to do something. You trying to tell me you're gonna run out and you're gonna be like, ah, what you gonna do?
No.
Or what you gonna do?
depends on where my mind was at that time.
Bro, I know where your mind
I
would be
know
if
where your
you
mind would have been.
Depends on what I was, where spiritually I was at that time period.
bro, come on, man.
No, but you asking me
Come
about
on,
me.
man. That's
You asking me.
I already see
But
where you gonna
but
be at, man.
as a kid, you could like, shoot, I've been
Yes or
wanting this
no?
I
teacher
already,
for
cause
years.
he's
No,
trying to save
I'm
face
trying
and
to
he's
say
trying
at
to
the
think
point
like,
in time of
oh,
my
if I
life.
was
If you want me,
35 years old looking back at the situation, I'm asking you as a teenager and a teacher took you in the room, what you gonna do?
Go.
I don't know. Like if there
Go.
What you
was a
mean
lot
you
of
don't
Come
know? Come
on,
on now.
man.
no,
Come
no, no,
on,
Oh,
man.
oh,
no,
Come
a
no,
on,
no,
horny
man.
teenager. Come on now. The grown woman come at you like that. You ain't gonna go.
And
Even
it's a
I know
bad
that.
teacher.
listen.
I'm not
One of the
so
things
when I was younger, I had the old Caucasian teachers, and nobody wanted to do nothing with them. If they did that, I'm telling. But if you had the finest black one, pretty,
Dudes.
you trying to tell me spiritual, I will be spiritually up in that thing. What you talking about?
Man,
hey,
I had a couple in high school that I was looking at like, man,
Yeah,
so
like Miss Mila, whatever her name
but
was,
I can
something
never
like that.
hold. I can't answer that because you didn't let me in, and you're not letting me answer. Right? You said hold my own. I'm
Because you
holding.
playing,
Let
you
me
playing.
no. Let me explain. I look back on my life, and I feel like my life would have been better if I made better decisions starting when I was a teenager into
But
30
we're
and out.
not talking about what you're thinking from right now. I'm saying if the you thinking from the you
All
that
the
you were
youth think
then,
you would have been just hey, I'm gonna blow this moment because I'm
the
young,
you
right?
that you was then, not the you thinking back if I made smarter decisions.
Yeah,
Because
now
we
yeah,
all would
yeah,
have
they
been.
would have been probably go, but
Okay, then
I
why you
I'm
playing?
gonna
but
Why
say
what?
you
But
playing?
then
I'm
Why you
yes,
playing?
now no. I would it's the long term effects,
You would have stuck that meat and then thought back on it like, damn man, that shit fucked my
man.
life
Because
up.
because you probably would have at that young 17, you probably would have fell in love with that individual
And you
because
probably would
no
have.
no listen
But
listen listen
the
because
question was, would you have done it?
Can I give example of why I said that? Yes. Let me give example. Like you told your story, now it's time to me to tell my story. Listen,
Go ahead.
when I was trying to holler at all of the young high school girls or whatever, they wasn't dealing with me right at all. They were
Mhm.
going having these boyfriends outside of school, all these older people. But then when
Yeah.
I got an older girlfriend, was like 25. I thought I was talking on my cell phone, thought I was like king of the world. And it was like Carlos, that was my nickname in high school. They was like, "You're not dealing with, she ain't talking." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, what you got a girlfriend?" I was like, "Yeah, she's 25." You know what I'm saying? So
So
I fell in
25
love.
year old was letting you stick meat.
Huh?
A 25-year-old was letting you stick meat.
Yes. So I fell in love, and that's why I said now I would probably, thinking back, I probably wouldn't have dealt with somebody outside of school that broke my heart. Looking back over the years, now that I'm 39, but
All right,
at
so then she could be
17,
your teacher then, letting you fuck.
at 17,
So you just proved the
oh,
point that you would have fucked the teacher if she would have bust that pussy open.
Oh my god.
Then you just
well,
prove
it
it.
wasn't happening because people were being reported. In 2000 to 2004,
Man, wasn't
people were
nobody
being
reporting
reported.
nothing,
How was
man.
they gonna know though? Was you gonna tell?
I
Exactly.
didn't have to tell. Other people would have told, or
How would
haters.
they
What?
know?
How
How
they
would they not
know?
know?
Was they gonna be in there watching?
You know how people get to
See
talking.
here,
Maybe you told
Man,
my
your
whole
I
homie,
had
conversation,
some teachers in
he
high
how
school. I
always
ain't
just
telling
your
nobody.
best friend
Ah,
get
he
married
always
into
just bullshit. I
somebody.
ain't saying nothing to nobody. And when
Man,
I did say something,
never. Your head would have been
if I
so
did
big.
say something, bro, we grown as hell. And we still
Guys
do it.
do tell. We do tell. We just tell it like, I
Bro,
was
ain't
with this
nobody.
teacher, that teacher.
If
I'm
I
like,
was crashing the teacher, bro, ain't nobody gonna know.
because you would want everybody to know not to try.
Hell,
That's you.
hell nah, you wouldn't say nothing. I
Uh,
would say this. When I was a kid, though, ain't nobody that was within 2 years older than me ever fucked me.
hey, y'all, I gotta take a break real quick. Give me 1 second.
I
I'll be
say
right
that.
back.
Like,
y'all are some mannish boys.
I was
Yeah,
never,
you
I
think
was
about this
never
your
taken
hormone.
advantage of by somebody that was like a teacher or nothing like that. Like, would I have done it though? Hell
He
yeah.
wish. He wish he was.
Yes. I was like, I was
Man,
like,
it was.
where was all these fucking teachers at when I was a kid?
You feel me? Well, we had a couple at Northwest though.
I don't know. I ain't never saw no news segments about no Northwest teachers.
No, I said we had a couple back when we was at Northwest.
No, a couple what?
Teachers
There was what?
that I wanted to go.
All that you wanted to do it to. Yeah, of course.
There was a couple of them, yeah,
But what?
that
No, I
wanted to
don't think
back.
none of them was busting it open, no.
You don't know that though.
And we
They
only
used
had
they
That
regular.
person didn't
the
tell nobody.
they used to
How
flirt
many?
though like they wanted to, but yeah.
They was teachers, man. They was just being friendly.
You remember Miss Taylor, Miss Landrum, and some other people?
I remember Miss Mila McCoy. I think that's her name, and she was dating somebody who was either a football player or a movie actor, and a lot of people liked her. And she was the only young black teacher that I know there, and I ain't never heard nothing from
Yeah.
no stories or nothing. And she was a cool dude. I think he was white too. He probably was white, you know what I mean? But she was cool, man. But
Yeah.
she was the only young black teacher that I can remember, young black female teacher at Northwest in my time. And she would have been the only one I would have been like, you know what? Where's the coat closet? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have to go ahead and bleep her name out of here. But that was the only one. Everybody else was just like older people, man. Or, like, I don't know. I don't remember nobody in Northwest that had
But
my attention.
it sure was a whole bunch of them that you didn't even look at like that though.
Hell yeah. But see, we grew up in a time period where teachers really wasn't, as far as I knew, they wasn't messing with students like that. Like it was after I graduated, I was like, damn, they doing what? And I be sitting,
See?
I be sitting there shitting because the first thing I be thinking like, why are you fucking a little kid when I got some real dick right here and you want to fuck the kid? I don't like that kind of shit.
Um, mm, okay, so do y'all think if an older man mess with a female or male that's 16, that it affects that 16-year-old eventually in
For the
adulthood? You
rest,
think
for the
that's,
rest, yeah, for the rest of their life.
you think so?
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, think about this: the person who broke your virginity affected the rest of your life.
They don't fact, but
They did, and just
yeah.
imagine somebody who's an adult, and then you can't control them; they control you. They be like, I've listened to podcasts, and they be saying like things like people's minds aren't developed enough, and all that kind of stuff at a particular age. Well, I never went through that. But if they what they're saying is true, then uh yeah, you can't even comprehend what's going on. You just thinking like, okay, sex. But then you grow that attachment. And then it's like now what?
So it's a difference from a male or female to have. Can y'all please step up to have sex with an older man? But what's the difference from when they do it with somebody they age and they under the age of 18? Like that's the same difference. Like they both
Well
they I mean they ain't mentally or that their brains ain't fully developed to make those
well
decisions. So
you got one group is experimenting. Don't nobody know nothing.
mhm.
And then you got one that's in a controlled experiment. He already or she already know what's up. And
Mm,
so I think like they some people don't ever like grow out of that prime that age. They like I still want to live in that age because that's when we was doing this, we was doing that. Some people don't grow up.
what you mean by that? Like they have sex with everybody or they like sex already?
They want still that when their best sex era was when they was like teenagers, and they still want to. You ever? I said that. I was about to say that wrong.
A lot of comedians have talked
You
about
know when
that.
people smoke crack, right?
That was the ninth,
They be
really,
like they chase that same high forever.
forever. Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
never
I heard.
get it again.
So they be
Hmm.
chasing the same
The same
teenage
high.
experience when I was a teenager. Now,
Um,
but I don't know. This is me just trying to guesstimate what will be happening there. Like I just think that they be chasing that same high,
Of course they do. They want that.
and that's why they go after them. And it ain't necessarily. It might not. I don't know. It might not necessarily be because I want to be perverted or something like that. It might just be, yeah, I'm chasing the glory days like Al Bundy. I'd run a touchdown back in the day. And I don't know. But at any rate, though, I remember reading things or hearing things about like my grandmother, great grandmother, and them. They was all like married to old men, older men.
That was the way of the South, because the South got a different way of doing it. If you notice that, I heard that down south they would marry young women, older men. Like my great grandmother
But it
was,
ain't even just the South; it's the whole world, though.
mm,
In the Western world, we created what we call taboo.
right.
You do like other countries, they marry their cousins. Like if you don't marry your cousin, then you're gonna be we're
That's
gonna
what it's
disown
be.
you from this family, right?
But actually, all humans are related to each other.
But you know what I'm saying, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going off on
Yeah,
that
like in the
again.
Middle East, like they're known to have married their
I'm
cousins.
talking about your mamas, brothers, daughter, and stuff like that. Not we all cousins and the Asian people, although they don't look like us. Like, no, we're not talking about that, man. We gotta stay on topic. We're not going off on semantics, man.
It's not semantics, it's
Stay
reality.
with me. Stay with me, man. Cause you
You
know what but you know what I'm saying when I'm saying what I'm saying. Am I correct?
You have to answer that.
what I'm trying to say is that in the Middle
But do
East,
you know what but do you know what I'm saying when I'm saying
I'm
what I'm
saying
saying?
yes, I know what you're saying because even
Okay then, so let's just flow with that and not add the other stuff in there that don't make sense to the conversation. Because you ain't gonna walk up to near Caucasian, Mexican, well maybe Mexican, but you ain't gonna walk up to their other race and be like, "We cousins," and they look at you like, "What's up, cuz?" They're not gonna see the way that you're seeing it. And even if you find one or two,
I
we
think
talking about as a whole. But
it dep-
going back to what I was saying, in Somalia, before we go off on a tangent, and I forget what I was saying. In Somalia, I've known Somalian people who be like, well, their daughters didn't want to marry their cousin. They say that was nasty once they came to America. They don't want
Mhm.
to that custom. We ain't do. I don't want to partake in that. But
it's
in
not even just
Somalia,
It's
but in
it's
Somalia, if they do that, then
genetically.
you in trouble. Uh, who else do I know that did that? Was she from Morocco? No, not Morocco.
they married their
There was
cousin.
somebody else that I know I worked with
Ooh.
that told me she was from Somalia too. And her sister didn't want to marry her cousin, and she married an Egyptian man, and her family disowned her because culturally she was supposed to marry her cousin, but
Mm-hmm.
that is taboo according to our culture.
Well, you know why it is because I looked it up about marrying cousins in the United States. It's all has to do with genetics. If they do marry their cousin, they got to be much older, and it depends on the state in which you live in, how old that you have to be, because people
But
when they
hell,
have kids.
why would you even be looking that up?
Because
But
I came
outside of
across
that,
this conversation before because of that, and I wanted to know about people where they get this idea. When you get to asking questions, and when you grow as an individual, and you're not narrow-minded, and you want to understand things, you ask these questions. Okay, well, why do
but
you
people
guys do
been marrying
this?
cousins and
And
having babies like a motherfucker. And the only issue with, because I was watching the Black diaspora, African diaspora channel, and they were talking about that because there was something that popped up and they was fighting the legislation that was coming out or whatever. The issue with marrying cousins, when you say genetics, you can say because we did eugenics. We did a eugenics situation here where we was killing anybody who wasn't mentally fit or sterilizing them in America. Uh, but over there in Somalia and places like that, how much do we see deformed people? I think the issue with genetics is if we if we all have a chromosome somewhere in our family there is a handicap type of chromosome or something like that, and two people that share the same chromosome get together, then that baby may have the deformity. But
Right?
because I know about it too, you know what I'm saying? But um, that ain't something that happens on the regular though. You
Hmm.
see that with brothers and sisters, mamas and daddies, daughters and I said it backwards, but daddies and daughters, mamas and sons type stuff. But first cousins, second cousins been having babies around here for a long time.
And they don't come out
I
retarded.
I don't.
no,
I can't agree with that because I hear a
I've
lot of
heard
different.
man, I've heard stories of people been together for years in Mississippi. and then they go to a family reunion and find out they family. Y'all married now. You gonna divorce her because she's your cousin?
Maybe they were more distant because you know your third cousin. Your
No,
That's a
I'm
third
talking
cousin
mental.
about
is your
second,
cousin.
That's
second
a
and third
mental thing.
cousins is still your family. If you found
Right.
out, because see, some these days, daddies is Rolling Stones and mamas is doing her thing. You don't know who brothers and sisters are not. But if you got with somebody and found out they was your second cousin, you fell in love with her. I'm gonna ask everybody this. You fell in love with them. Y'all been together 2, 3 years, 5 years. Are you breaking up with them when you find out?
Got to.
Does
I
he my
got to.
cousin? Hell
I am,
yeah.
cause
Can I
yeah,
tell a story?
I
A
can't
Hell
do
story
it.
yeah.
that happened in my family. There was my uncle, my Theo from Arizona. I ain't saying his name. He was hollering at a girl, and they went over each other's house, and they started seeing that they had like the same like family members in the photo albums. Come to find out that was his cousin. So he
Mm-mm-mm.
had to stop talking to her.
So
I got
imagine this.
I
Y'all
would.
got kids together. Y'all got 1 to 2 kids together. Are you breaking up? Are you like, fuck it, we in this?
A person can't really say that until they in that situation, but yeah, I would say I'll break up. But I
Would
my
mean,
you put your
shit, I gotta
would you
break
put your
up.
kid
That
would
will
you put
fuck
your
with me.
kids up for adoption or would you keep them?
No, I
I
tell them
think
to
people
good.
would keep their kids,
my answer. I couldn't do it. No, we got to end this right now. I
but
can't
that's
do
What
why
it.
about
it's so
what about
important
the
to
kids
find
though?
out
What you
about
gonna do
the
with the
people.
kids?
The
Huh?
kids,
You take care of the kids. They're your kids. You can't do nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
So you gonna live with the shame of y'all having kids, but you gonna break up with your person that you fell in love
But
with.
are you married or are you not married? It's the
Let's say you got married in this
then you
particular
can't. Yeah,
situation.
it's not even
In a
grounds.
in a particular situation I'm talking about, I heard that they got married. Not
Hmm.
only did they got married, they had kids, and they was together for like 5 to 10 years before they found out.
It's too late then. Like you already wrapped in. You're in deep. Like oh
You
well.
gotta get out that. Like, if you believe in God, you
What are
be
you
like,
talking about? He,
I'm on
What the
hurt.
Bible got to do with that?
Yeah,
the,
but
the
you going to
Bible. The
hell. You
Bible.
staying
They
married to your cousin and you
yeah.
know it. It's
Ain't
gonna
nothing
hurt,
wrong
but
with
you gotta
that.
move
The
on.
nation of Israel got started off of a
Mm-mm.
But
cousin.
nah,
I
That
feel it's
don't.
wrong.
That's
Period. I couldn't do
the
it. I
Bible ain't
feel
never said nothing about your cousin.
The Abraham.
The Bible always says something about your mama, your uncle, and stuff
Right.
like that,
Marry your cousin because that's how
but
the
not
nation
your
of Israel
cousin.
started.
I'm not saying that it's okay because we live in America. But
mm-mm.
if you was with that person 10 years, y'all kids is 10. Y'all ain't got no problems. Ain't nobody cheated on nobody and nothing. You gonna break up with them?
It's too late.
Yep, I say that
I
now.
got
Yep,
to. I got to. I can't
yep.
live like that. Knowing that we
Can't
family,
live
we
like what?
Right.
blood.
But everybody already found out. Y'all story everywhere now.
But the sex and stuff, that is not gonna be the same.
And then it's like
You can't
it's
tell
a
me the relationship will go back the same now. They're
it's
gonna
like
have to
a
do some
mental thing.
counseling or something.
It's like a mental
Mm.
thing. You'll be
But
I
thinking
the
think
whole
about it all
that
the
thing
time.
is,
Like, why I'm messing with my cousin?
religious
Like,
already
that's
have to
messed
but
do
this
up.
is
with
the
it.
thing.
Yeah.
This is
What
what
your
y'all
government
saying.
and religion have to
This
do
is
with it.
this is what I feel like y'all equal to saying. If I was back in them slave days, they wouldn't have did none of that to me. Y'all thinking from who you are right now on a
Yes.
situation that you never
Yes.
been in.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like this: if I'm in it,
I
I'm
think
already in it.
everybody, if you love them,
You gonna
you ain't
stay,
nobody. Yeah,
Nah, not no cousin though.
you gonna
Hell
stay,
no.
bro. You
Hell
staying.
no.
You staying.
but you gotta understand, people around
Like
the world
it's a
don't think like
difference if you grew up with them as your cousin.
right. You didn't even know this person
But now
was.
y'all got 10 years and 2 kids, 3 kids.
I think they would keep it quiet. I think most people will keep it quiet, and keep it
Most
moving.
people gonna keep it quiet. I'm just saying. I might
They
get a lot of
And
slack.
then
A
how
lot
would
of
they
a
brain
lot of
process be when they sleep together? Like they still
they
even
would
though they
be. They
keeping it a
already
it's
been
secret,
gonna
together for the
I
past
it
I
30
can
still
guarantee
years
you.
exists to
or
them.
I can guarantee you that it's gonna be some weird shit for a little bit.
so.
But
Right.
then it's
They
gonna be business as usual.
Then they
In
gonna
Yeah,
my
turn it into
really.
business.
10 years, they might already stop having sex like that anyway.
Anyway, yep. They may be more friends. I heard
But
about
you
it.
just
They may
said
get married.
everything
Sex
going
life
good though.
changes.
Yeah, but some people have sexless marriages and sexless relationships too.
No,
Yep.
we ain't talking about that. We talking about they
I'm
having
trying to tell
sex and
you, they
everything
say
is
their
good.
sex
So you
lifestyle.
saying they got the real deal? They gonna keep on doing it. Like, why the fuck would they change up?
And like I try to tell
Nah.
you, most people
I don't think nobody gonna.
From a
If
female, I don't think
anybody
a
being
woman
real,
will. I think a woman
I
would
don't
think
think
different than
anybody
a
is
man.
gonna. If everybody gonna be real,
Nah,
and you
yes,
put yourself
I'm
and you
people
in
being
are
that
real.
human
situation,
beings and they got needs and they're
It's
not trying to
it's
get
y'all done
too
been
many fish in the
surviving
sea.
together. Like, if you
and they're
don't,
not trying to get a
if
divorce
you
because they
leave,
stepped up paper together, right?
if you leave your person, you in this. You gotta survive by yourself now.
Right, and you're making great money, right?
Y'all a team.
Yeah, our power
Y'all
team.
just force. Just Andre. Just say force it. Just say force it. I'll stay with
No,
him.
I'm just
Then
saying,
just
like, if
make
y'all
it to
power
what you want to make it.
team, y'all got money, y'all doing some shit, y'all surviving. If y'all
I'm
was
gonna
to
say
separate,
I gotta go.
nobody. So okay, you gonna go to the shelter.
I'm gonna go to the shelter. No, I ain't gonna go to the shelter.
Where you
I'm
gonna
gonna be
go?
smart. We gonna get a divorce and everything gonna be settled out equally. It ain't gonna be
Dang.
no
Okay, so
stupidness.
since that's your
I ain't just
cousin,
gonna run and leave.
since that's your cousin, you gonna want child support from your cousin?
Wow. If I got my own money and we splitting the business, no, I ain't gonna need his money. If I don't got
No,
his
ain't
money, no.
nothing. We ain't got no business. We just regular folks
Oh Jesus! No, this
surviving.
turned down a different lane.
I said we surviving. I didn't say we was successful millionaires. We
We
surviving
surviving.
like regular people
His mama wants some child support from him.
from your cousin.
Is the cousin gonna want to give me child support?
My whole thing is, are you acknowledging that you got?
Is he
Because when
gonna
you get child
acknowledge his
support,
kids as well? Is
you
he
gotta
acknowledge his
acknowledge
kids?
it that that's your cousin.
He had to acknowledge. He had to acknowledge that he had to take care of his cousin kids.
They not even they his like fifth cousins or something.
That would be
Oh,
his
if
cousin
it's
too.
cousins, then that wouldn't
Right,
matter.
he had to take care of
Genetically.
his cousin, his son cousin. He is he gonna take care of him? He know he got responsibility.
So they weren't close cousins, Andre, right? They was like second and
They
third.
don't know. You know, papas be rolling stones, and
Hmm.
sometimes only Big Mama know that that girl over there is who he was messing with, or they know that okay, she got pregnant by him over there, and that's her people. You know what I'm
Got you.
saying? And then they have family. Now, I'm not saying we all grew up in the same house with Big Mama. What I said was, you find out
Big
like,
Mama knows the
damn,
truth.
my family, we having a family reunion. So, in all honesty, I got a cousin. We grew up from elementary school, school 42. And I seen her get beat up and everything. But I always knew her like she was a throw up girl because she threw up in the auditorium or the gymnasium. She threw up. And for me, she was always a throw up girl. And then we went from elementary school to middle school. And she started dating this guy. And then when they broke up, he beat her up all in the hallway. And right before we went to high school, we went to a family reunion. And I seen her at the family reunion. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, we cousins. You know, cousins the whole time. But what if we would have had a relationship? You know what I'm saying? Because families are not close knit like they used to be.
Would you have left if you found out that was your cousin if y'all did have a relationship?
I mean, we young then. If we would have just messed around, we would have had a secret. Nigga, forever.
Oh,
We would have had a secret forever. But
Mm.
you know what I mean? But like the question is, if you 20 years in, and
I
then
was scared.
your auntie be like, hey, her daddy is or his daddy is such and such, and you know they messed around. What you gonna do with 20, 30 years in? Now, you can't say I'm gonna walk away. Your whole life is based on this.
Mm. That's why it's important to take an ancestry.com test because it could tell you who your
That's
cousins,
why
second, and
that's
third,
why it's important for families to stay close knit like they used to.
Hmm.
right? And you guys need, if you find a new female, instead of jumping in bed all the time, you need to go sit down. Who's your mama?
I'm
Who's
like,
your
come
daddy?
on, let's do a DNA swab first before we fuck. Ain't nobody doing that.
Oh, you never know. You ain't trying to be with your cousin though.
Oh,
No, but seriously, you need to sit down at least. Because you know, a lot of Mexicans, I ask, I'm like, what's your last name?
Shit,
And
it can
if
be
they
the
say,
yeah,
same
they
last
all
name,
got
but
the
we
same.
not
Oh,
related.
I see that.
no, but there's so many of them now. And a lot of them are not from the same, they're not from Arizona or Texas, a lot of them. So I don't even have to worry about that. They're more from deep Mexico, deep
Bro,
Mexicans.
we can have the same last name and ain't got nothing in common
That's why I was saying, because there's this white guy
for
at my job named
5,000 years.
Walker. And I know he's not related to me. I know he's not.
But if you run across somebody with my last name here and they black, then know that that's my grandmother's husband's people or they my children.
Because your name is not that.
Don't say my last name, period.
I never met nobody with your last name, bro. Okay,
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? But it's from
It's no.
Mississippi.
it's very small number of people with that last
It's
name.
from Mississippi. So if they here,
Kinfolk.
they are the colonizer or they are the people who came from Mississippi.
Yeah, I got a lot of family with your last name, Carlton.
Yeah, but can I tell that story, Andre? Or no, don't tell that
Don't
story.
put my name on. As long as you ain't saying my story, you can tell your story all you
Okay,
want.
listen. Long time ago, let me see. Grandfather Starks got with grandmother. And he made my father, and he was cool with grandfather Walker. So she was already married to grandfather Walker, and they kept it moving since she was already married. And on top of that, he was cheating too. So I realized that just because you got a last name, you got to really know your story, your family, because maybe you're related through marriage, but not really related through blood a lot of times too. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying it's very important to learn your family, learn your family's name, where they come from, how you guys are linked together,
Mhm.
where they come from, because it's important because we're losing so much of that. You know, families don't hang out like they used to as much, and if they do, it's only a small ones that they really deal with all the time. It's not the whole family. You know.
That's true. Oh, I had went on Ancestry, and I'm a couple cousins, my first cousins, and I couldn't even name or how we related, and we still trying to figure out how we are first cousins. And I have a lot of cousins, and I thought I knew all of them, but yeah, you had to take that test, and people have to see.
You could be have the same mama and same daddy, but when you do that other look at the other analysis, your sister may get more something than you do. You may get more something than she does. It's crazy how DNA works and stuff like that. It's crazy. But you know, on
Have
the
y'all
rest,
ever did Ancestry? Never did
I
that.
got a
Yeah, I got this.
page. We could. That's a whole nother topic we could dive into. You
Yeah, but
want?
I'm just saying, have you ever met or I mean came across any of your cousins or potential
Yes,
first
Yeah,
cousins
I
that
actually
you've
seen
never met?
actually blood cousins that I know on my ancestor DNA. Like, wow, that's wild.
Have you ever came across anyone that you never met that's first cousins?
yes. Not first
Yeah.
cousins, but I've
I
seen
got
some.
something
Not
as
first.
first cousin.
I
I
Yeah,
have
got
first
first
something
cousins
as
cousins
I
first
on
did
there
come
cousin.
that
across that I didn't know. I'm like, how are they related?
And
Oh
that
yeah, the
make you
same.
feel like, yeah, somebody wasn't telling the truth.
yeah.
Somebody was out there having too much fun. But
But
I met
see,
this one.
I had it was somebody on Facebook one day that was talking about something. I was like, about your grandma and your grandpa to be together for 40, 50 years. It's some stuff that went down that y'all don't know about. My grandmother and grandfather ain't never cheated on each other. I was like, bitch, You don't know what your grandma and grandpa did. They ain't gonna lay that
It
out for
just keep
y'all.
the family moving,
They
especially
like
not
if
gonna
you're
lay
making
that out
it
for y'all. Especially if they love each other, they not gonna let y'all know the dirty deed.
Hmm.
big. Hmm.
yeah, how for sure is that
I
person to
think
be?
there was a lot more love and forgiveness or understanding of survival 50 years, 60 years ago than now. And now it's about do your own thing, girl. I'm about to get this money. Fuck these bitches. Literally, that's our mindset a lot of times. I mean, so it's different mindset than what it was a long time ago. It's about raising the family, keeping it strong, living the legacy. The name, because that's all you have when you're gone is your name and the legacy and what you did in this life.
Are we off the cousins, marrying the cousins and staying with them?
Mm,
Are we off
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
topic?
Yeah, we'll move. We change whatever you want to. Throw something else. It's up to you now, Monica. What you want to talk about?
Um, do y'all want to talk about transgender people and how
Two
people have to
spirits.
how people have to accept things nowadays? And
You never have to accept nothing
You
that
had
you
to
I
accept
mean,
nothing.
nowadays everybody
expected.
had to be accepted of
You could
trans.
respect it, but you don't have to accept it. Let's put that out there. I can
Mm,
respect you as an individual and what you like, and I can respect you as a human being, but I don't have to accept nothing
I
because
feel
I'm
you is what you is, but just leave me alone.
I mean, they kind of do because it's bathrooms that they allowed. Well, didn't they have that at Amazon? Well,
that we there's
at
always been family
workplaces
bathrooms. Always.
is what?
Family bathrooms. Always where
Not
anybody could go and those.
Nah,
no,
they
that a
don't.
transgender
They
can
go. They
choose.
Well,
go
they
into.
got
They
unisex
go.
bathrooms they can go to.
No. They go into the bathroom they want to go into,
Yes.
and
So
I've
I
seen it
mean,
happen
sometimes in some
at
situations we do
Amazon,
have to accept it.
and you ain't got no choice. I walked in the bathroom. I had to pee like a mug, man, and a particular person came in, and I was just like, oh man, what do I do here? Because it's
Huh.
almost a respect thing, like because like back in the day, you don't pee in front of ladies. You know what I mean? You don't pull your meat out unless you might be about to do something.
Hmm.
And this person was in the bathroom. It wasn't like it was, you know what I'm saying, a dude that was rainbow or anything. But I still felt a certain kind of way, man. And what could I go to HR and say? Like my only counteract that I can do is to go in the women's bathroom and say I now declare myself as a particular thing. And if they was gonna say something to me, then they better say something to that other person also.
Yeah.
True.
But I was just like, I had to eat it. I'm a leader at this particular time in the building. I didn't like it though. I really did not like that feeling. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
No.
I won't stay on this topic too long, but I really didn't like that feeling though.
But at the same time, you don't have a problem with talking to or socializing with a transgender, but in certain,
Like nah. Be yourself.
yeah, yeah,
Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And because I might want to identify as a Mexican American one day. You never know.
yeah, I heard of that. Trans race, they call it.
Yeah. We can self-identify for everything now. And that's why I say I don't want to be called African American. I don't want to be called black.
What you want to be called?
None of that. We lost Carlton. That's why we ain't heard nobody interject.
I seen him. I seen it. His little screen just pop off.
We lost that man.
He
I
was
actually put it
charging his
in.
phone.
I actually put it in RTR, and I was expecting somebody to like click on it. I didn't see nobody come through and look or anything.
Mm.
So, but I put the link to the chat up, not the link to the actual video to watch it. So maybe that's something I need to learn from. but we definitely a 1 hour and 24 minutes in.
Yeah, I've been looking.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So what's the next topic or
So well, the question is, so what do you think? Let's bring up something. Sexy Red.
mm.
Is she a positive for the black community or the culture, or is she negative? Get them sexy.
I can't speak on it because I don't know too much
Ray?
about her.
I have to like really like get to know her and
I'm
make
saying
that.
the perception of like if you saw the poster or you had to gather everything that you heard and just say what you feel about her. So everything you heard, everything you seen, what's up with that?
What's my
Where does she stand? Did she get a go? Is she okay for your daughters to listen to?
mm,
What you
um
laughing for?
because it's like you can't. I mean, you see the little girls singing that song all the time. Get it
I don't
sexy,
know
but do they
about none
even?
of that shit. I
Yes,
say, is it okay for your daughters to bang her music and to dress like her, be like her? That's the person they look up to. I'm gonna be just like her when I grow up.
if they get grown, they old enough. That's their decision.
I'm saying right now. I
I
said
gotta.
when they feel like this what I want to be when I grow up. I didn't say when they
I
grow up and
said,
they get
and I
older.
would support them,
So right now they can be sexy red.
and they want to
Just
express
do it.
themselves. And I mean, what is so wrong about what she's doing? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, if she's, I'm pretty sure her performance, "Sexy Red," is not her in real life. I'm pretty
But
sure she ain't showing us all of
I'm
her.
talking about the avatar that she puts out here, titties out, suck a dick, bust it open for anybody. You want your daughters to be like that? That's
No,
okay.
they
You want
don't. They
them,
don't be around that. So
but you just
if
no.
they
The
grow
question
up and
was
they
no. Right now, at their age,
at
is
6 and
it
8,
okay and appropriate for them to be like the hood brat city girl thought bitches? It ain't even got nothing to do with sexy red. You
I'm
know
gonna
what the
say
thought.
this. I'm gonna say this. I got a teenage daughter, and she like to dress in the crop top. She like to dress in the shorts and stuff. I tell her as a mother, you don't put yourself out there like that because it don't matter. Like you want to look cute, you want to look feel good, or you want to wear your heels, you want to wear these long lashes. Do what you want to do to make yourself feel good, but you are putting a target on yourself. So if you want to dress all sexy or dress like that, you have to be prepared what comes with it. The grown man, the people calling you fast, the people like you being looked at, you the light is shining on you. And I said if you I wouldn't want her to dress like that, but at the same time I can't stop her as a growing teenager, especially adulthood, to stop her from wearing what she want to wear. My mother supported me, so I would let her wear it, but she had to be prepared to get the backlash and let her learn from experience. Would you let your daughters dress like
So my
that?
daughters don't live with me, right? So I really don't have too much control over
I mean, but
nothing.
would you?
But look, but hold on. But that's the issue with being like the dad that don't live there, or I know there's another
Would you
terminology
like
for
it?
that.
Would you like it? Would you support it or would you not?
Hell nah, I wouldn't support that shit.
And my
I
daughter
know,
better not grow up and dress like that.
I know what hoes are, and I know the thought process of a person thinking that your girls are whores. You know what I'm saying? And I know the stigma that comes along with that. Once that's on you, I know girls who I don't give a fuck if they got married now, they married now. I'ma always be like, yeah, she was a hoe. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you can dress one way and then be something totally different than how you dress.
Yes.
So if it was up to me, the question was if it was up to me, would I? Hell no. If I was able to have, if I was able to do and make the decisions differently back in the days, and I could be a dad in the house, my kids would not wild out. My daughters, that sexy red and all that shit would not be able to be played.
You
We
said
definitely,
dressing like short
we would
shorts,
not,
crop
you would
tops.
not be able to walk out the house in none of that kind of stuff. Because if you dressing like it, then you are like it. If it walk
As
like
in
it, then
a parent
it
gonna do it
crack
in the
like it.
appropriate way. A parent is not gonna let a teenage girl walk around like Sexy Red, but they gonna let them
And they
walk around
shouldn't.
with shorts and a crop top. You
How
can't.
short are the shorts? Are your booty cheeks hanging out?
No, no, we talking about appropriate stuff. Crop tops. Nowadays, teenagers wear crop tops. We didn't wear
I
that
mean,
as a kid.
but when you say shorts, I know women that were like they you talking about their stomach out, their belly button out.
Yeah, a crop top.
I've known people to do that. I mean,
And from what
that
I
ain't that
hear, a
ain't
lot of
that
high
ain't
school
sexual.
students do dress like Sexy Red,
That's not
and they
necessarily sexual. But when you say shorts, the shorts can come down to your knees. The question is, how short are the shorts?
how far would I
That's
let
your
my
booty.
daughter walk out with? Not with her ass showing.
But you said she can dress how she want to dress. She want to
I
dress like
said no.
sexy
I said
red.
according to her age. I'm not gonna just let no little girl walking around like Sexy Red. Like
I
you
thought you
sounding
said
crazy.
you didn't.
I got a
That's
6 and a 8 year
I
old.
didn't know because
I'm
I thought you
saying
said you gonna let her dress how she want to dress and express
when she
herself.
get old enough, yes, and if she want that type of attention, she better be prepared to what comes with it. But as a teenager, a 15, 16, why would I let her walk around like Sexy Red? That sound crazy.
Carlton,
Is it he trying to get you to add him back in?
Now it's just us two.
Yeah, that's crazy. Cross is commenting in the comments talking about he need to get back in. I don't know how he got left out.
Oh, I just see it right now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I have a teenage daughter. I would not allow her to dress exactly like Sexy Red, but times are changing. It's
Hmm.
nowadays like girls they dress like that now, and you can't stop them from that.
watch
And
your
Yes, a
baby.
lot of them sneak and dress like that. So
yes, and some of them sneak and dress like that. But to allow your girl to dress exactly like Sexy Red, no. But once she get a age 18, 19, 20, she out my house and she feel like she need to dress that way, I wouldn't be like talking down on her. I let her experience what she want to experience. And as a teenager, I allow her to dress and wear the crop tops, let her little belly show, or let her express herself as teenagers do nowadays, dress like the other teenagers. Yes,
mm.
yes, baby. You hungry? What's wrong with them?
Yeah, they
You drink
back
some
on. But I
water.
don't think they Mike's on.
Yeah. Hello, can you hear me?
Oh,
Can you hear
crossing
me?
back in. I can hear you
Yeah.
crossing, but
Yeah,
Andre
yeah.
Mike is Andre
So
Mike is mute.
y'all just talking about Sexy Red, and then
Yeah, I muted my mic. I muted my mic.
I,
That
I
was me.
I think the industry is just sitting up there trying to have young women do that. They always been trying to destroy the Black and Latino communities. They've always did that, and they
But
always.
the question was, would you let your daughters dress like that? Your daughters.
Did you see that in the comments? I said I believe in the belt if they're underage dressing like.
Yeah, underage, dressing that provocative, then no.
Yes, you get that belt. You're not going nowhere. You better be
But would you let her
checking.
wear like a crop top? Like,
No,
would you? n-
no, I'm not letting my
But
daughter
but
age.
nowadays they have little girls that's young as 3, 4, dressing up like
We
little
as a father,
little young
we have to
women.
protect. We have to protect our daughters, and be like, no, take that off. I don't like that. You have to be like Martin Lawrence for real. That
Put something
extreme.
over it, cover it up.
But
Yeah, it
nowadays,
has
some
to.
people think that's cute. They dress the little girls up. I seen this little girl.
No, we I would
She
have
had
some
the
strict
tight
rules.
jeans on. She looked like a little grown woman.
I
Like
would
she
say,
had the
listen here,
jewelry on,
we're not doing that. I would take that
and
literally
she
off.
dressed her daughter up like that, like it's an everyday thing. Like
That's wrong.
now it's looked at as cute, or and some
You know
people with
why? Because
eyes.
these pedophiles are high places of promoting this type of stuff. We already hear about Mike Epstein and all of this other stuff. It's these high um pedophiles that's promoting the fashion industry for like that. That's why it's
But the mother, she dressing her up like that, like it's
mm-mm.
not. It's a new
I'm
thing. Like
me.
it's a cute thing to do. Dress a little girl up like a grown woman.
Nah, not for my children. I ain't doing that. Then when they get older, they want to
I
do
don't
that.
think
You know, I
that's
already.
cute
I think,
for
like I
little
said,
girls to be
that
dressed like that. That ain't cute.
because you know
Me, it
there's
is.
pedophile men out here
Yeah, no,
that
it's not.
would look at them like that, and you got to think like that. Like, no, why would I do that? That's just to help somebody else's weird ass fantasy. Mm-mm.
I wouldn't even want my girls in they 6 and 8 would want them to wear like a 2 piece. Like I rather want them to wear like a 1 piece to some, so that'd be better.
Mm-hmm. I'll
But
be
what
tripping off
you?
of my daughters if they wear some short shorts. I'll be like, hold up, why you got man? Go find something else. Sometimes I'm just like that because you have to protect the young because the young don't know better.
You have to tell
They
your
don't have
daughters that like that's not appropriate to wear.
who me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I see what they're wearing, I'm like, yeah, I tell them.
Okay, that's cool. As you
Yeah, as a
should.
father, you should.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because they might want to be sexy red or something because that's what they see. That's what they influence.
Mm-hmm.
Because they
If
don't.
my daughter's too old to dress herself right now, but when they get to the age to dress herself, I'll definitely ain't gonna let them wear that type of stuff.
No.
Sexy red to me, fine. A lot of these women don't have no type of upbringing. It's them. It's to me. I feel like these people are at somebody else's mercy, if that makes sense. They have to do whatever the higher ups tell them to do in order to get paid to make this money. It's not really who they are a lot of times, and maybe it is who they are. I don't know, but a lot of times it's just they try to get a paycheck, but deep down inside,
Well,
that's
I
not.
mean, they say Cardi B don't write her own music, and they put Cardi B out there, so I think it's the same way with Sexy Red. So Sexy Red is just a persona of what they want to push on our daughters.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to protect our daughters and be the guardian. Heck no. I don't care how old it seems. It's not, and it's like the older I get, the more I understand why my parents were like the way they were. But when you're a kid going through it, you can't understand. The world around you is small. All you see is that TV and your friends. You don't see how big picture it is.
But we act like we never grew up with like a sexy word. We grew up with Lil Kim and like sexy females. So what's the difference for from sexy red putting herself out there like that? Like it been around. You just had to bring your kid up right.
Right. That we always have to be the guardians. Tell them this is industry. We have to break it down to them. Look, this is a
But
facade.
we
This you
send
see
our
this
we send
puppet.
our kids out to school every day, and some of our kids got cell phones and they can look up anything that's trending.
And then that's
Mm-hmm.
why
You
you get
understand?
all their cell phone movements sent to your email, and you'll sit down, you know, and see. Okay, so you was looking at this time, this and this. You go over it. Like
But
I
then
said, you have to be the
you
guardian,
can whoop their ass, but that ain't gonna change nothing
or you
because
could put child safety locks on your thing.
once a kid decide what they want to do, the issue is now they gonna start running away because you are, you know what I mean? They want to rebel. You feel me?
Or get more secretive.
Right. Then I guess you have to have that open line and be balanced as they get older. Let them know right now this is where you at if you earn certain things. You have to find something else to combat that, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
I don't know, like running away. What's that gonna solve? Running away never solves nothing. That's why it's harder out there. You're gonna run away with what resources you got. What you gonna do? Where you gonna go? Coming right back.
Shit, they gonna go anywhere away from their parent. They got them away from whatever it is that they want to do.
Yep.
So you saying if you do try to stop your daughter from dressing like Sexy Red, eventually, if she wanted to, she would, right?
She gonna run away. I think that kids, when you make them rethink the situation, they may do it, they may not. I mean, that's what they got to go through. But
Ain't nothing you can do once a kid decide that's who they want to be.
Yeah, right.
I just hope they choose the right decision. You train them, and then it's up to
It
them.
all starts at home. It
Right,
all
just
starts
like
at
that
home.
that situation, like when I was growing up, I knew that stuff was wrong, even way back then. It was just a battle internally. You know what I'm saying? It's all what you want to do with it.
So it's like Sexy Red, like
She's not even that
she's
sexy. I don't find her that
yeah,
appealing.
oh, well, that's her. That's what she call herself, and that's what she think of
She
herself
ain't
as.
sexy at all.
Average.
But you
She's like
saying
a
that
five
she's a
or
big
six at the
influence on
most.
what you say?
She's like a 5 or 6 at the most.
Oh, I'm a female. I don't judge.
I wouldn't give
I
her a
mean,
5 or a 6.
who would you grade her?
She
I
whatever
mean, I
she want to
don't.
be.
Sexy red is whatever she is. She ain't no but ugly girl, but she ain't sexy.
That's why I gave her the median, 5 or 6. That's it. I'm not. I can't push it hard. Like to me, Nicki Minaj would be a 9. I mean, seriously, but somebody else might not think that. You see what I mean?
You said
Everybody
Nicki
likes.
Minaj would be a 9?
Yeah, I give her a 9. Natural. She used to have somewhat natural look when she was
Nah.
younger. That one.
I think when Nicki first got into the game, she wasn't really natural. I think she already had the input, but I don't know because I don't know her. So
Oh, the butt shots.
yeah, I thought she
Look,
had
Yeah, I'm
that from the
sure she
beginning.
did.
Nikki is cute, man, but I wouldn't put her at no 9.
I
Never
definitely
said
would put her
she
on 9.
That's his opinion.
But I always like Nikki because I just thought she
She
was
ain't
beautiful.
ugly. Don't get me wrong.
Right. She's killing Sexy Red. She's killing her.
Oh, she's better than Sexy Red, but
So
I wouldn't give her a
who
9.
look better, Nikki or Cardi then?
I would say Nikki.
I think
Nikki.
Cardi look better than Nicki.
Oh no, take the makeup off. Let's keep it real.
Mm.
If
If
you
you
take the
take the
makeup
makeup
off, both
off,
of them ugly.
if
You
you
think
take the
so?
makeup off, I don't know. I think
Hey, somebody go online
Cardi
and
looked like that little mouth thing that they said she looked like.
Oh.
y'all crazy. Hey, we should say we somebody do that real quick. Andre, do put that up in the thing. Research real quick.
Oh, you talking about the
I'm
pop
not
up?
on my laptop, man. I can't do it.
Well, we need to start working on stuff like that where we could compare different pictures about certain actors and artists, so we could do that.
That's a good idea.
So we can move forward and be like, this is what Diggy look like, y'all, and this. Hold on, let me see if I can put in like the comments. What's this thing that says present right here? Let me see what's present me.
It might be like you can share your screen.
Damn it.
Yeah, or yeah, you could turn your camera on and pull up pictures of them on
Five,
WhatsApp or
five
something.
share. All right, that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to go online
Oh
and
yeah, because he on his laptop, so that's the difference between us. We all on our phone.
yeah, I'm about to
Yeah,
go.
He on a
I got
laptop, so he
now
can
we.
try to present. I think I might have to like approve it or something. But go ahead and try it.
probably.
I feel so bad doing this, but so good at the same time because I really do like looking at them type of beauty, natural beauty, natural. Oh, look, it was listening to my thing when we talk about Nicki
Ain't
Minaj
nothing
and
like
stuff.
natural beauty.
Right.
So for a topic real quick, do y'all think that women have altered themselves because they're trying to attract men or because they are competing with women? Or the third option, they're doing it for themselves.
I think they are competing with. Oh,
I say,
Tristan.
I say D, all the above.
Me too.
It can't
Um,
be all the above. You gotta
yes,
pick
it
one of them.
can.
You gotta
Because
pick one.
females, they
You gotta
think
pick it.
differently. Like, it's like
But you
everybody,
gotta
they
pick
think
it, man.
differently, though.
You gotta pick though on the
So
majority.
you saying a female that put on the full, she got to put on the makeup, she got to wear the lashes, she got to wear the latest. You saying that is she doing it for herself, or you feel like she's doing it for the next man, or she's doing it to compete with another female?
I
Yeah,
think it's
that's different answers from
depends on
different
it
females.
depends on where she at, if that makes
Yeah, that's
sense.
different. That's a,
That's why I said D, all the above.
All right, y'all. I'm getting excited because I done found Cardi B too. This is crazy. At the same time, I
because in
found
a certain situation, I could be dressing in that moment to be the baddest bitch, or I can be dressing in that moment to get a nigga, or I could be dressing in the moment. Shit, I'm just want to look good for myself.
or it could be all the above.
Or you could
Hell
be,
Right.
nah.
or you
Motherfuckers
could
be
be
doing
looking
that
at
shit
another female and be like, shit, I'm trying to
for
get better than
particular
her.
reasons, man.
Right.
You either in competition with the other bitch or you doing it for the nigga.
I ain't never in
Otherwise,
no
if it
competition.
was about yourself, you would walk out looking like who did it and what the fuck for.
No, the fuck you won't. Because that's yourself. Now, if you want to look nice because you want to look nice, you going to step out looking nice because that's what you want to do. I like to look nice. I'm never finna step out for no female. I ain't finna look at no next female and be like, oh, she look better than me. Like, I never feel that way. Every time I get
So
dressed, I,
so
I,
do you
I would
know what
never feel
so
that
do you
way.
know what it takes to dress up?
I know what it takes to be me. I always look nice when I step out, and
So
I'm never
so
worried
Can
about
y'all
the
see
next
that?
female.
Can y'all see the
would you
screen
want
I'm
to look
sharing with
better than
y'all?
the next person or would you
I
just
don't even
like
have to. Well, to me, I don't have to try. Because when I
what
step
I'm
out, I'm
asking
stepping
is
out as me, and I'm comfortable as me. If I'm wearing some sweatpants, I ain't put on. I'm wearing a bonnet. I'm just running out. I still feel like I look nice, and I see the next bitch with her hair
so
done,
even in the
with her
okay,
nails
yeah,
done. That's
I got
her.
it.
I don't
Uh,
feel no type of way. Because to me,
I
this
got
is
it.
my world. Like I don't feel
Who did we
no.
just lose?
You said what?
Uh,
Do you
uh,
feel like you have to step out? You competing against another guy, or you doing
men
it for
don't
another
really.
female?
Men, I
Nah,
Like
say no. Nah, we ain't gonna
men
say no
love
male.
and depending
We
on what
saying
it
a
is that you're
person.
trying to do, well, depending on what it is, like if I know I'm running out to the gas station, I got on some slides and a wife beater and some fucking gym shorts, and if I'm like, oh shit, they done see me looking like a crackhead or something, I know before I step out the house
Yes,
that
exactly.
if a nigga stepped in there with the Jordans and the right jeans with the the necklace and the watch and all the things. Like I can't ever step out and be like, well, yeah, I ain't in competition with nobody. When you walk out, you're in competition with the world. And
But
if you don't think that, then you are delusional.
no, because some people think like you can't compete when you can't compare. So if somebody wearing whatever they want to wear and they see somebody with Jordans and stuff, that's their insecurities to be like, well, I had to look my best. Uh, uh, Andre, you gonna make it the way you want to make it.
Real shit.
You
If
gonna
I
make the
saw,
situation.
if I saw, if I had to choose between, let's say, whatever my favorite food was, and somebody took a picture of one that was just elegantly souped up, and one was just looking bland. Let's say
Mhm.
if they took a picture of the McDonald's burger that they give you versus the one they advertise. Which one you gonna pick?
Everybody know don't judge a book by its cover. So,
If it was in the nature and you got a peacock and the one of the peacocks, the female, she ain't got no color. She's just a bland. Like in nature, all the you see a duck or something that ain't got no color on it, that's the female, right?
mhm,
The male is always the colorful animal. The male is always the one that got more pizzazz to it
mhm,
because it's a mating thing. So even in nature, it'd be like the one who is doing the most is the one who gets the goose. I digress.
really. Mm.
Should it be that way? I'm saying it should not necessarily be that way. But like people pick and choose. Like you're not gonna see the homeless man or the homeless woman on the side of the street and be like, "Come on with me, because you the one." Am I right or am I right? You. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with everybody getting kicked off.
Yeah, I'm back in.
What you do? Click the button or something?
Yeah, I got hit the wrong button. I don't know what happened to Carlton.
Yeah, Carlton, I don't know. We'll talk about him after we off. But like when you, if you click anything or do anything when it's on the phone, it's gonna take you out the studio. So you just gotta on the phone, you really just can't do nothing.
Yeah,
That's why I was saying like if it's on a laptop, you can open up different tabs and you can do different things. But on the phone, like if you back out or you try to do this or that thing, yeah. So like when I try to add Dooner, uh, or I went and sent Dooner the text message, yeah, it
it
didn't.
took you out.
It took me out, so I had to go all the way back in and into the studio and everything like that.
Yeah,
But if y'all wasn't in the studio, then it probably would have been a whole different story. Hold on. Yeah, I had ran out. I don't know what happened.
you said she was muted.
I think so.
Like she's still in there, but in here, but Carlton ain't.
Carlton is gone. I don't know what happened with him. And then this nigga just did the same thing again. What up, man?
Yeah, I accidentally pushed the dang on button again.
I don't know what happened to Carlton.
I don't know either. I go see Monica's still up there, but they don't hear.
Okay.
There she go.
What happened?
No.
I don't know how to say something, but then it one did.
Oh, that's everybody.
There it goes.
What happened?
No, Andre, he was on here. Carlton wasn't.
We need a
I'm here.
IT on. You here?
And so it
Hello.
was three. Yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, I can't hear
Excuse
nothing.
me.
And maybe we have to start doing. Next one probably be on the laptop or computer.
We just lost Andre.
Yeah, he probably trying to bring Carlton back in. If Carlton's trying to come back in.
We can't really be doing this if we going live.
Yeah.
I mean, if we do,
Ah,
we got to find a quick way to get back in.
yeah, on the phone, Lord, you can't click out. You if you hit anything, man, it take you out.
Take you all the way
And
out.
then
Really?
sometimes you know how your phone got that timeout setting. So if you don't like touch the screen in a particular time, it just like it'll kick you. Your phone will go dead or black, and once your phone go black,
It
like
kick
you
you out.
can't say nothing. Yeah, so you gotta go all the way back in. That's why like laptop might be the best way to go, but it ain't the only way to go. I'm tripping on Carlton. Like you did set, he ain't came back at all.
Nah.
Did you tell him to click the link?
He know how to get in. He probably fell asleep or something. I don't know.
Quick.
And I feel like questions need to be like flowing and like stuff need to be set out or questions need to be said before time so people can prepare answers or research or whatever, not just on the spot. I mean, some questions, yes, of course, gonna be like on the spot, but like main questions or topic questions, I feel like you should write down a list and then this is what we're gonna discuss, and then people have their own little uh things they can say or their if they want to go against it, not on the spot type thing because that'd be a little messy.
I mean, like, yeah, there is a time to like have trending
Topics,
topics,
main topics,
trending topics. But then you know, tangents are always gonna come in.
long
A tangent is a subject that we wasn't even talking about, and somebody mentioned something, and then we go off on the side street and then start talking about, oh, okay, so the cousins thing. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Mhm.
but I think that it was pretty cool. It was successful. I think we running at the limit now, so we're gonna have to end it. But
Yeah,
it was
about
pretty
2 hours.
cool though. Yeah.
Yeah, it was straight. We just had to
2 hours
set
is
a
the limit.
yeah, we had to set a date for the next one. Make sure everybody can come.
Whoever can't come, they just ain't gonna be here though. But we
What we
doing it though. But we're gonna set times and we're gonna set dates though, just to
you
make it
mean
Hmm.
fair.
you mean you are?
Yes, I will set the time and the date. But I will get with everybody to see what works though. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just what I say.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we signing off. What's the name of it? Truth
Truth
be
be
You
told.
keep
told,
forgetting the name. Truth be
truth be
told.
Yeah.
told.
Yeah. So all right, man. Y'all can
All
watch it
right,
on the
y'all.
replay.
Everybody have a good night.
Yep.
You too. Good night.
All right. Bye.